Hi guys, it's Dinosaur Friend, and it's time for another Let's All Play Pokemon X and Y. So my opponent this week will be Benjamin. So yeah, as you guys can see, I am using a new team right now. I consider right now this team to be the best I've built so far. There's still a couple of glaring flaws that I don't like about this team, but I do like playing with this team the most at the very moment. But there are still quite a few flaws with it. Like, I have noticed one flaw is I don't have many status inflictions in terms of this team, and also, you know, I feel like I don't have enough tanky tanks that can wear down the enemy as well as doing stuff for themselves. So those are the only two flaws I see with this team. But this team does have a bunch of potent sweepers. So let's go ahead and introduce the team, shall we? So in the lead, we have Azelf, who is my kind of a suicide lead Pokemon. Basically, its goal is to stop any setups that the opposing team is trying to utilize, such as Stealth Rocks, stop them in its tracks, stop baton passing, and stop any stat boosting moves, as well as trying to get a Stealth Rocks up. It is equipped with a Focus Sash, so it can withstand any hit, so it's guaranteed to pretty much get a Stealth Rocks up. So next in line we have Arcanine, who is kind of my physical sweeper. I kind of use Arcanine as sort of a pseudo revenge killer and kind of a all-around Pokemon. It's like whenever I need someone to fill in a role, Arcanine can generally do it, you know, because he has extreme speed and a life orb, so he is extremely powerful, but he does get wear down pretty quickly. Next in line, we have Blastoise, who is kind of my tank rapid spinner, kind of a combination that Blastoise has always been over the generations. Well, at least ever since Rapid Spin came out. He's kind of always been a tank utility type Pokemon. So anyways, Blastoise there is a Mega Blastoise. I actually don't like the Mega Incarnation just because I can't give it leftovers to heal, but the Mega Incarnation does hit harder, so that's why I do use Mega, just so I can do more damage. And Blastoise does have Scald, so it's kind of a pseudo status inflictor, but it's not guaranteed. That's kind of my gripe with it right now. Next in line we have Nidoking, who is my special sweeper. This thing is a beast. Probably my favorite Pokemon on the team is Nidoking, just because it has sheer force and a life orb, which makes it extremely powerful. It actually boosts its special attack to actually stronger than Mewtwo's special attack. If you do the math, it's 30% and an additional 30%, so around 160% increase of its original special attack. So it's actually very potent and very powerful, and I love this thing to death. Also, Nidoking has a very good move pool, so pretty much anything that switches into it will get hurt pretty badly, regardless. So I have played many games where Nidoking was the key factor in winning, or it just swept entire teams. So yeah, Nidoking is a very good Pokemon. Next in line is Heracross. Heracross is another Pokemon that I really like on this team, just because he's very good. I mainly use him as a revenge killer or a late game sweeper, mainly because he has Moxie. Every time Heracross eliminates an enemy, his attack goes higher, and he is equipped with a Choice Scarf, which makes his speed just unmatchable. You know, so it's hard to get a hit on this guy, and he's just going to get more and more powerful the more he kills. And Heracross is pretty dang powerful. So that's Heracross, kind of my pseudo setup sweeper. But I don't have a setup sweeper on this team, which is another flaw I feel, because setup sweepers are so devastating. But anyways, it's besides the point. And then we have Umbreon, who is kind of my wall / cleric. Kind of divided in roles. I kind of want more out of Umbreon, just because I feel like the divided roles it's kind of hard to differentiate, especially when I was used to using Blissey, who, could wear down the enemy, but, Umbreon can't really do that here. It's just mainly to tank a couple of hits and, just heal the rest of the team from status, and it does have Wish, which can heal teammates. It's a very good support Pokemon, and I like it. But interestingly, I did have a game where I swept 3 Pokemon with Umbreon alone, which was pretty fantastic. That game will be coming up later on whenever it gets posted. So yeah, anyways, that's the new team. I do kind of want to call this team my pseudo blue team, you know, Blue or Gary from Pokemon Red and Blue, just because pretty much all of these Pokemon that I have here, besides Azelf, he pretty much uses them. You know, he has Eevee evolutions at his disposal. He uses a Heracross at one point. He always has Nidoking, Blastoise, and Arcanine at his disposal. So this is kind of my pseudo blue team. That's what we'll call it now. So anyways, let's get this battle started. Anyways, Benjamin is issuing a challenge. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this battle started. So Benjamin starts off by sending out his Barbaracle. I think that's how you pronounce that. Barbaracle. So yeah, anyways, I go ahead and use Taunt just to see whatever this thing has. So apparently it was a Shell Smasher, judging by that Shell Smash, obviously. So lucky for me, he lost a move there, and I was able to set up my Stealth Rocks with no problems. But Barbaracle goes ahead and uses Stone Edge, which is a very powerful rock attack, and you know, knocks Azelf down. So I go ahead and use Thunderbolt just because I know it's a rock-water type and it's going to take extra damage, but unfortunately, Azelf did not have the punch to take down this Barbaracle down. So Azelf goes down after getting hit by a Razor Shell, unfortunately. So there you have it. Bye, Azelf. So kind of the role of the Suicide League, kind of, you know, Azelf fulfilled this role. It stopped a potential Shell Smash and set up its rock. So I go ahead and send out Hercule, who is named after that hysterical Dragon Ball Z character. I thought it was fitting just because Heracross is a rhinoceros beetle, which is one of the strongest bugs in the animal kingdom. It can lift approximately 850 times its weight, from my understanding. So I would go ahead and name it Hercule, just because Hercules and Hercule, I don't know, it was kind of cool. So I went ahead and used Close Combat and, you know, got my Moxie up. But unfortunately, since I was Choice Scarfed, I could not fight this Ghost-type Pokemon. So I had to switch out to Paku, who is my Blastoise. Paku is named after the Avatar character. He was a Master Waterbender under the White Lotus, so kind of fitting for a Blastoise, you know, because Blastoise is pretty good with water. So anyways, I used Blastoise to combat this Aegislash just because I wanted to burn it with Scald, and I also wanted to use Dark Pulse on it just because I knew it was a Ghost type. So now Aegislash uses Stance Change, and after that Swords Dance, I got kind of scared. Oh wait, no. I wanted to Dragon Tail because the Swords Dance. I don't know what I was talking about with the other stuff. I knew it. I don't know what I was talking about, but I just wanted to get rid of it just because the Swords Dance setups are pretty dangerous, and Benjamin does seem to be a fan of those from what I've seen in these battles. So Hydreigon comes out and goes ahead and uses a Draco Meteor on Blastoise. I'm pretty sure that this was going to kill it, just because Blastoise, you know, as defensively powerful as it is, Hydreigon is just a freakishly crazy beast of a Pokemon. This thing is so powerful, it's ridiculous. So I go ahead and send back Hercule out. Really, right here I made a mistake, and I accidentally used Close Combat. I really should have used an Earthquake in anticipation that Aegislash was going to come out, or some other move, just because Hydreigon was going to switch out. When his special attack drops, it needed to switch out, and especially if it's going to go against a threat like Hercule, it's just going to eat it. So that was just a bad move on my part. So I go ahead and set out my Nidoking, which is named Tyro. Named after a Master Earthbender from the Avatar series. I named like 90% of my Pokemon after that, after people from that series. So, you know, since Nidoking is a ground type, it is very good against this Aegislash. So this time, I do predict that the Aegislash is going to switch. So I use a move that can hit Hydreigon. I think he was expecting some kind of ground attack. So Hydreigon came out just because it has Levitate. So I went ahead and used Flamethrower just in case, so I can do a little bit of damage to whatever is going to come out. So Hydreigon comes out and eats an Ice Beam from this Nidoking. This Nidoking is a very fast Nidoking. It's a timid, maxed EV speed Nidoking. So it is very fast, and with Life Orb, it's just going to wreck face on the other team. So Benjamin goes out and sends out his Aggron, which I'm not 100% sure why he went ahead and sent out Aggron. Maybe it's trying to tank a damage and hit back with an Earthquake. That's my assumption here. So right now, you know, Nidoking's Earth Power is just phenomenally powerful, and Aggron does have its special defense is not too great. It's not bad, but it's not great. So it just goes down right here, just because Nidoking is dang powerful. So Benjamin goes ahead and sends out his Metagross. I'm guessing right here he's trying to use a Psychic attack to defeat Nidoking, but unfortunately Earth Power, you know, Earth is very good against Steel, so unfortunately Metagross goes down to this Life Orb Nidoking. This thing is just absurdly powerful. So now Benjamin goes out and sends out his Malamar. This is a Pokemon I was very unfamiliar with. I wasn't sure what to do here, so I just went ahead and sent out Umbreon here just to kind of test out the water. I was kind of trying to figure out what it is. I did know it was a Psychic Dark type, but I didn't know what exactly it did. So now it uses Superpower. I didn't know it had a fighting attack, but right here it starts to scare me because Malamar actually has an ability called Contrary, where any losses to stats are now increases, and any increases are now losses. So moves like Superpower and Close Combat are actually very good with it. So now I get a little scared because it's starting to gain a lot of momentum and power here. So I'm like, uh-oh, this ain't good. So I just let Mai eat it right now. So sorry, Mai. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, my little Umbreon. This thing has saved me through a lot of battles, and now I get to see it go down. So sad. So I go ahead and send out Nidoking now that I've tested whatever this thing had, and you know I knew I was gonna outspeed it. So go ahead and did Earth Power. Like even if I did lose Nidoking here, I still had Arcanine, which did have extreme speed. Probably would have been able to take that out, and Aegislash. So I was just comfortable with setting out Nidoking, and I just wanted to test this guy out because Nidoking is just, I don't know, he's one of my favorite Pokemon. So now that Aegislash is out, I was just gonna use Earth Power to get rid of it, just because it's a stab move with Nidoking. I wasn't gonna use Flamethrower because I knew that another Pokemon with Levitate won't be switching out. So I go ahead and use Earth Power here, and Aegislash does go down just because it's a Steel type. So yeah, there you have it. So anyways, I think it's pretty obvious here that Nidoking is a very powerful threat that almost every team should be ready for. Sporting high special attack and a move pool that covers many super effective hits, it's a force to be reckoned with. I would like to comment that I think Benjamin had done almost everything correctly in this battle in terms of his moves. However, I would like to make a note that 4 of his Pokemon are weak to ground and 3 to fire if you count Mega Aggron. Ground moves are extremely common since they provide good coverage, and when I usually build teams, I make sure that no more than 2 Pokemon are weak to a single type. This makes my team less susceptible to choice users, which can be devastating if the opposing Pokemon gains a stab bonus. Anyways, thank you for playing with me, Benjamin. So if you guys like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button, and remember to follow me on Facebook and Twitter for more info on the Let's All Play series. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I shall see you guys on the next one.